we are live. And yes. First C.H.E.B.S post-Damnation Festival, which was a lot of fun. Lots of alcohol, lots of awesome bands. Good time all round, really. Just take care of that echo. There we go. Alcohol, lots of awesome bands. So, with that all over and done with, it is kind of time to get back to the whole hobby gaming kind of thing. I'm looking forward to getting some more of my Trench Crusade warband painted tomorrow. Might even use my hand oxygen injector to. you got to love the Chinese, man.
Yeah, mine turned up, but I've not unboxed it yet.
Oh, you got one as well, did you? I've not unboxed it. I probably should have.
It was like 15 quid, so how could I possibly not get?
Yeah, I got some kind of weird voucher of mine. It was like £11.30.
Oh.
And I was that's just. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Silly not to.
It's just bonkers, isn't it? So let me just find a quick picture just so everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Let's go chuck that in there. No, not there. Oh God, it's all going wrong already. It's that one. It's that one. It's the one with the spreadsheet, because we've got the prices for the Christmas boxes, you see. Oh yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to be able to talk about those a little bit. To be fair, it's not. It's a bit better than I thought it was. So that's not terrible. Let me just quickly chuck that over there.
I mean, on the whole, I was fairly impressed with them.
What's that? Sorry. Oh, the Christmas boxes. I thought they were okay. I don't know if I'd give them a much more than that. They don't seem to be quite. Normally, what they do is they base it around a theme, and I just didn't get much of a theme this time around, apart from a few of them, and that was a little bit annoying. But yeah, overall, it was they were okay. I mean, they were good saving. That's all people care about, really. People don't really give a shit whether or not they're offering all of models that they want. People are just like, is this going to save me money? So, that works for them. Yes, that's fine. But from my perspective, I didn't think they were all that great. They're okay. So this is what I was talking about. There was an offer on Amazon for an airbrush, just cheap, When it turned up, it said this. Handheld oxygen inject. I was like, man, that's metal. That's metal as fuck. I've not used it yet. I have no idea. I suspect that it is going to be very much not any good for anything more than base coating.
Yeah.
But base coating's fine. Things need to be base coated. It's just, And from my perspective, from my perspective, that saves a lot of time. Because I'm just painting a Trench Crusade army or warband.
Handheld oxygen injector.
Yeah, like I said, it's mental. And I'm just painting up a Trench Crusade warband, but it's like 3 coats of this kind of browny yellow colour. And I'm like, yeah, because what they're going to be, because by the time I've done that and I've waxed some like weathering and contrast all over it, it's going to bring it right down to like a nice tan brown. Kind of think like World War I British Army brown kind of colour.
Gotcha. Oh, hello, Mr. Kevin.
There he is. Awesome. I was worried that with only half an hour's notice, he would never get the memo. So it was really late. I got home like, 2 o'clock this afternoon from Manchester? And I was like, man, I'm knackered. I've got to go down like an old man. And I just crashed out like 3 hours straight. It was ridiculous. And I watched Frankenstein. That was all right. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It's good. He's made some changes from the book, which you'd expect. Some of them work, some of them don't. But from a visual perspective, the film is absolutely stunning. I so want him to do Mountains of Madness.
Maybe this will be the springboard.
I'm kind of hoping that they'll give him the money. Although I think he said he's taking on... oh, God, what was it? Phantom of the Opera next, which could be interesting.
Like the old Italian one?
Yeah, like the Michael Crawford version that they did, the musical.
Not that one. Who did it? Was it Dario Argento?
Oh, the Dario Argento, the horror film. Yes, yeah, no, not that one. Not that one. Not so much. Not so much.
People getting eaten by rats and all sorts of madness.
Have a bit of Pepsi. No alcohol. Had far too much alcohol over the weekend. Right.
I've got tea in my
Yeah, we're both being very boring today. I'm sorry. It's just too much excess over the weekend. Jesus.
To be fair, it's the first time I've had tea in my chug tankard, so I'm very likely to forget that there's tea in there. And next time I pick it up, you'll just hear a girly scream because it's just kept it long for far too long.
Yeah, but on the plus side, it'll keep it warm. So
Scalding.
Exactly, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So I think what we'll do today, because there's not a great deal going on, we'll have a look at the preview again, because I wanted to compare a few things to some things that are already out. They did show off some nice mech models today. Matt's a bit low. I appreciate your therapy skills there, Kevin, but no, give me a second. Give me a second. I'll turn him up. There we go. There we go. The balance should be a bit better now. But yeah, we'll have a look at the previews again with the hindsight, the benefit of hindsight, as it were. They showed off some new Necromunda models. I've got a few ideas of what that might mean going forward, and we'll have a look at the Christmas boxes, and of course anything else that anybody who's watching might mention. Keep it 18 rated and under.
Wait, what?
Well, we're just open to suggestions. That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say, 18 and under is pretty much everything, ain't it?
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. We might have some really, really depraved, deviant minds out there. You never know. So, well, yeah, quite possibly. Don't forget, we are going to be looking at the Tyranid Codex this Friday with Carl.
Yeah.
Have you got clearance for that yet, Matt?
Yeah.
Splendid. So we're going to go through that. That's one of my favourite ever codexes. We're going to have a really good time with that. It's going to be great. But for now, we're just going to look at whatever the latest that they've offered up is. So we're going to start off with the Battle Force boxes. They're all going on on pre-order this weekend. I suspect that Games Workshop will have quite a few, but I very much also suspect that any independent stores are going to get absolutely bummed when it comes to allocation. Really, really, I'm like single digits for sure. Single digits of each box. Wayland might be able to use their purchasing power to get a few more kind of thing, but I've got a feeling, because the thing is, GW knows these are going to sell out. Because they know they're going to sell out, they're going to hang on to as many as they can.
It's not kind of the point.
So it's as simple as that. Of course, because, from Games Workshop, a purchase from Games Workshop, GW make all the profit. If it's a purchase from a third party, GW only make what, the difference between what the shop paid them and the cost of the manufacturer. It's obvious they want to try and cut out the middleman. And they do it by quite a lot of sneaky means. And the main one is by under-allocating to stores. At the end of the day, just under-allocate. And therefore, there's not a lot you can do as a friendly local game store, because you're reliant on GW for the stock, and they don't guarantee that they're going to be able to supply you everything. So I imagine, there's going to be a bit of a fight going on for a few of these at least. And we're starting off with what I think is probably one of the best ones, to be honest. And that is the Krieg Siege Platoon. Now, the prices that we have for these is £155 each. So they're up like £5 from last year, which makes sense with the price raise and everything like that. In your American freedom dollars, I'm guessing that's going to be like $7-8. I guess. I don't know for sure, I have to say. I apologise for that. But I like the look of this one. This one actually looks like it could be an army, or at least very much the starting of one. Especially if you've got two. You've got 20 Kriegs dudes, 5 combat engineers, command squad, and 2 of the artillery pieces. That's it, the big artillery pieces, which are nice models in their own right. So that one works out pretty good. Where's my spreadsheet? Because I did work out all the prices ages ago. So that one comes through at £204. Despite being the nicest command set, it's also the least saving. But, you know, even then you're saving 50 quid. 50 quid is 50 quid. So not bad. You've got the Hellforge Warband. This is one that I thought was a little bit weaker because it's got that joint. Yeah, no, the normal Chaos one.
Yeah.
What I'll do, Matt, is if I stream to you.
That's all right. I just scrolled down.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. Yeah, this one is okay. I mean, you've got the Lord Discordant. That's a lovely model.
Yeah, I still love that.
Rhino's ancient. Obliterator and Venom Crawler aren't all that, but you've got Havocs and a squad of Legionnaires. So, you know, it's not who. If you started Chaos, you could do worse. You could definitely do worse.
It covers a lot of bases.
It does, yeah. It's not.
But they're covered.
It's not terrible. I mean, if I'm giving like the Krieg like an 8 out of 10, this is getting like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. It's just that joint sprue with the Obliterators and the Venom Crawler kind of brings it down. You've got an old Rhino, but, you know, it's not the end of the world, whichever way you look at it. And your price on that one is £217 5 pence would be the cost if everything was all separate. So you're saving a good chunk there, just over 60 quid.
I'll give it a 7, just because all the bits work together.
Yeah, kind of. I can't help but shed the feeling of like, either we're not selling many of these, or like we're going to change these, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, I assure you, because that was quite funny, I thought, during the preview. Here's a new Titus. We've just put the old Titus in all of the boxes, in all of the books, because it's a crap model and we can't sell it. So next up, we've got the Emperor's Children one, and this is the one that I didn't think was good. Yeah. I don't know about you guys watching, but I don't think that putting 6 of the same model that is in the Combat Patrol is a great move, in my opinion. I'm not going to get rid of our faces, Matt, because I'm convinced that people like to see some kind of face. I won't make you go on camera, because I look like a scruffy mess at the moment. But at the moment, now obviously, normally I am the very picture of elegance, of course, just like Fulgrim himself here. My hair's almost as pretty as well. But yeah. So I mean, you got Fulgrim. I mean, they do one with the Primarchs every year. I get that, but having 6 flawless blades when you already get 6 flawless blades in the Combat Patrol, I'm like, you could have put something better than that in there. You could have put almost anything in there. You know, this one is pretty uninspired. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fulgrim's a great model, and I think the Golden Demon the other day showed off what a great model he is. Even though I didn't necessarily agree with all the painting choices that guy made, once the Travarian video, I watched that, and he sort of pointed out the amount of texture work that he did on the snake skin. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, this isn't a great Battle Force. I'd give this like a 5 out of 10, because it's still 155 quid. And you're like, okay, Fulgrim's like, what, 115, 120 out of that maybe? Yeah. And then you're like...
It's good value, but it's just a very low model count, and it doesn't mesh with what you can already get.
Yeah, and it doesn't really do anything either, really. I mean, you've got like these guys in combat, and you've got these guys for a bit of shooty and Fulgrim himself, but there's no real theme to it. It just feels like we've just chucked stuff in a box. So, yeah, not a great score for that one. But if you're interested in the contents saving-wise, then the Emperor's Children one comes in at £224, $364. And again, £155 confirmed. So, you know, decent saving there, but not one that I don't think I'd pick that one up. Next, we've got the old Stumpies. We've got the Votan. That's the boys. These are more your bag than mine, Matt. So as far as how an army works, you would know. But what I don't like about this is... There's 2 things I don't like about this, actually. They're very, very connected. This is a Chthonian-themed army. Be fair enough to say, yes?
Yeah, it seems it.
Why the hell is the new Chthonian character not in there?
Probably because they want to sell him separately.
You know? I mean, like, if you're going to do a themed... They've just shown me off a preview of his stupid thing skin and everything like that. I would have chucked him in this box. That would have been great. I mean, I know they don't need to. They know these are going to sell anyway. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to put effort in. People will just go, but you know, we're saving a chunk. I will buy this. But yeah, this has got most of the models in it that I don't like. So I'm not really a fan of this one. But what's your thoughts on this one, dude, as far as Votan goes?
There's one unit in there that I don't like, and that's just the aesthetics of it, really.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, it is a bit of a weird bag because you've kind of got a support character down the front with repair units. You've got a melee unit,
Mm-hmm.
2 fire support, and then a vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a bit of an odd mashup. I mean, I think the vehicle can be either like a little gunboat or a transport,
Right, okay, yeah.
but it's still kind of like, where's the meat of the army? Like, there's no standard troops there, so
Yeah, and I kind of feel like the meat of the army is sitting in the combat patrol, oddly enough.
yeah. So for that respect, they fit well together. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly what's in the combat patrol.
I can tell you, it is 5 half guard dudes, 1 half guard commander
Nice.
dude, another 3 of the thunderkin, and then 10 normal kin.
That's good.
So
That works.
combined, I think they make a half decent army there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if I'm being completely honest with you, I think that's not too bad.
Definitely. The only thing I'd say is lacking there is a larger transport to fit in a decent sized unit. But that's
Yeah,
fine.
it would have been, yeah, especially with these. I don't know how these fare foot slogging across the battlefield, but that's definitely what they're doing there. And I think this pickup truck's got very limited capacity.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about 6 off the top of my head. I don't know.
Yeah, and probably not 6 of these, but I didn't like these models anyway. The new Votan range was very, very hit and miss for me. I love this down the front, these little robot dudes and
Yeah, they're cool.
robot engineer dudes, stuff like that. And
Actually, got that guy somewhere.
this other stuff, not so much. But yeah, it looks like it'd go well with the combat patrol. And in case you guys were interested in how much you would save on that one, the Votan comes to £227, so a saving of 72 quid. It's not bad. 369 freedom bucks for that one. And as I say, you're just looking at slightly more than whatever they were last year. I didn't get the dollars prices.
Especially given that the transport and the mole mortars are new, spanky new.
They are, yeah, they're from the new wave they did, aren't they? So it's not,
Yeah.
you know, not horrific
It's-
by any means.
Is it a Sagittar, the vehicle?
That's right, yeah,
A
Sagittar, yeah.
Capricorn's Defender.
You know, yeah, the Sagittar is the little buggy.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
just realised that.
Capricus.
As I looked at mine, I'm like, oh yeah,
And then
stupid metal weekend.
what was the big one called?
It's like a land fortress or something like that.
Oh, Hakonian Land Fortress, isn't it, or something like that?
But yeah, the
Yeah.
total wagon.
Not doing Zodiac there at all, from what I can see. So yeah, moving on, we've got the Iron Halo Strike Force, and this is the one that I think will fly off the shelves. If you pair it with the Ultramarines Combat Patrol, which I'm not even sure if that's out yet, it goes really well. If you manage to snag yourself a Crux Terminatus box, you are laughing. And on top of that, it also represents the best saving. This one is £241. So you are not far off saving 100 quid in this one. It's like
Nice.
85 quid you're saving. It does come with the new heads, which is a bit random. But on the basis that these are full kits, you are saving a crap ton of money. And that's not bad. You've got like a shooty unit, a veteran unit, a command, and then 2 dreadnoughts. It's not a lot of models, but you don't get a lot of models for a lot of pounds nowadays with GW. You just don't.
Especially Marines anyway.
Yeah.
They're reasonably elite army.
But I reckon that's the one that will fly off the shelves. And that was probably one of the ones that, I thought was a bit better, even if I'm not a massive fan of the new dreadnoughts.
No.
Then you got the Tau. You got Riptide, Broadside, set of crisis units, and a Farsight.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like
Yeah.
suits, you could.
We don't count the drones as models around here because GW don't either.
Well,
So-
they come with boxes anyway. So
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if they do say. I wonder if the Boxer will have them counted as models on there, because it's a big difference between 6 models and 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 10 drones in there.
Yep.
But
there should be like 2 drones per suit.
yes, yeah. That one's a bit of a shitty saving. It's £211. I mean, still, good chunk. You're still saving, just under £56. Brain not working. Help. But yeah, I mean, it looks quite nice thematically. I did kind of think with Farsight in there, they might have gone for the 8 or something like that. That would have been kind of cool. But yeah, it doesn't lose too many points. I think I'd give this one like a sort of a 7 or something like that. It's not terrible. Tyranid 1, crap. I've no idea what they're thinking here at all. Apart from the fact that the Screamer Killer and the Neuro Tyrant come on the same sprue. Because I can't think of any other reason for that lot to be together. It makes no sense.
If you wanted Nidzilla stuff to complement your army, then it kind of works.
I'll tell you what, though, that's the first time I've seen that Maliceptor pose like that. That looks a lot better. No, normally it's down on all 4s.
Actually, no, you're right. It is slightly higher. That might be like the Toxicreme pose, but they've put the Maliceptor bits on it instead.
That looks a lot better. I think.
I really like them anyway, as a unit and a model. So.
But yeah, if you run Nidzilla and you want a Psychic Commander, I guess that's okay. But again, can't help but feel that they're taking advantage of maybe these 2 being on the same sprue. I mean, it's 219 quid. You save quite a lot at $361. So, again, a saving of £65 or so. But meh. I just don't think that's worth anything. I know you can build other bits. I know you can build a Exocrine out of this, and you can build a Tyrannifex out of this. That is the Tyrannifex. Yeah, Tervigon with all the termagants.
And the tickle monster, which I hate anyway.
Yeah, I can't stand the was it Toxicrene? No.
Yeah.
It's Toxicrene, isn't it? Yeah. That was just the epitome of we need to build something out of this kit that makes some shit up. We can't, But the Screamer Killer is a lovely model.
Someone throw a knife at the scale up a Venom throat.
Yeah. And I do have most of this, but it's really weird that they've put the Neuro Tyrant in there, and then they're like, other Neuro creatures? No, not at all. Just some random big monsters. But again, if you're into Nids and you want this stuff, you're saving a lot of money, but just no theme from it from me. Like, this is like a 4 or 5 out of 10. I think that's one of the worst ones.
I think the theme is big stompies.
Yeah.
Neuro Tyrant, which is a bit of a...
And that was it for... Oh, that was actually it for 40k. I thought we got more than that, but no. As you see, my ones real quick, even though I didn't price them up. This one, I think this one looks pretty cool. That's a bunch of trolls. Nice. One of them's that new character. Can't remember what his name was. Troll face McTroll face. But yeah, you've got 2 units of 3 stone trolls, 1 unit of river hags trolls, this lad at the back, and then the character. I mean, that looks pretty good. Skaven, these are mostly, from what I can see, apart from the Storm Vermin, these are from the new starter set, so I don't know if that's great value, if I'm being honest. But there's a lot of rats, whatever way you look at it. And then this, again, I can't call that an army. It's a bit like the Emperor's Children one. I don't know if I would have taken the Fellbats out, and maybe they're trying to go for like a fast attack theme or something. But
I'd say no pun intended. That is a spearhead at best.
Yeah. Bit weird, that one. Loads of Sylvaneth, because these models are ancient now.
Yeah. So
they've just chucked a load of those in there, including the last Warhammer model that you'll ever see with naked tits.
Well, there's no nipsies on it, so
No nipsies. No nipsies doesn't count. No nipsies equals no C.H.E.B.S. Is that how it is?
Pretty much, yeah. Ghost C.H.E.B.S.
And then there's just some Black Library stuff and Warhammer Plus, and nobody cares. Right, great. So that's your stuff that's coming this weekend. As I said, allocations will be brutal, guys. If you want any of these, if you have communications with your local friendly game store, then get in touch, get it pre-ordered early, get your discount. I expect these to not be in vast supply apart from Games Workshop, and even then I think there'll be some that won't sell, but some of them will sell out quickly, I think. And GW know this, so they're under no incentive to, do anything other than what's in the best interest of GW. Next up, we got... no, I don't want to look at preview just yet. I want to look at this. Necromunda. So, this is a bit of a sea change for Necromunda. It's a bit of a weird one, this. We'll have a look at the models first, and then I'll tell you why. So, we've got some new Necromunda models. And as usual, Necromunda just kind of knocks 40k out of the park when it comes to characterization.
It really does.
It's got so much atmosphere and character in it that just seems like it's getting stripped away from 40k slowly but surely. So as we get these generic 40k models, and they are pretty generic these days, Necromunda just seems to be picking up the slack, which I love. I'd love to be able to see the backpack on this model and a back detail. And unfortunately you can't, but I guarantee there's loads of really cool stuff on there. And a face that even... Oh, yeah, that looks like a face.
It does. Like I said, they tend to keep the people that can actually do faces for specialist game stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got this guy, and, that, again, just dripping character. Again, I know this is a model that's already available, but these are plastic. These are plastic models that are coming our way. And I think from that perspective...
They're all in one box, aren't they?
They are one box, and they're replacing the resin, which I think lends further credence to the fact that A, we're not going to get that many resin models going forward, and B, they're just phasing it out. Yeah. But again, just so much character here. It's so cool. I mean, you can just from the double lining of his gloves to the fact that one boot's got no toes on it. It's just, I love this. This is really great miniature design, and it's not often that I say that when it comes to 40k, but when it comes to Necromunda, more often than not, I'm like, yes, that is very cool. Then you've got this one, very, very different looking.
I love this one. It's probably my favourite.
With his little servo skull buddy.
Yeah, it's like a Medicaid skull.
Yeah, I like that.
It was really funny. Like they said, it helps get people to recover in between games, presumably because once they see a horrible skull,
yeah, I feel better.
They jump
I feel
out
better.
of their cot. Yeah, I feel happy.
I'm not dead. Yeah, this is really nice.
Exactly,
I mean, simple. You can see how in plastic it's going to go together. I mean, in all honesty, you can see literally on this one how it goes together. I'm not sure if that joint there is meant to be there on the shoulder, but yeah, just really nice. Loads of character. I think a proper paint job that's not heavy metal will make that look the bollocks.
I think that joint is supposed to be there. There's 2 stitches in it.
Oh, yeah, there is. I see those now, yeah. Didn't we have this whole thing with the gene stealers that they did for Necromunda?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. And then this guy, and again, it's more 40k than a load of stuff they've sold recently for 40k. Like, he has no bottom half. Like, it's all... There's nothing covering it up. It is just literally flesh to machinery. It's great.
Yeah.
It's painted a bit clean, I guess. But that's just GW's heavy metal painting style. A grimdark painter who does, sort of grimdark style, that's going to look the bollocks. I really like this box. I mean, it's the kind of thing that, even if I wasn't going to use it, I'd pick it up. The only thing with this, strangely enough, that I think I might lose is just these few bits here on the back. I think I'd be tempted to do some bit, maybe use some wire or something to make something a bit finer. Obviously, they've done this because there's only so thin you can make plastic. But that is a mighty fine model. I love it. And then this one apparently is the new one that's not a remake.
That's the new Dome Runner.
Yeah. And again, that's really nice.
Hey, it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, really cool. I don't know if they come with alternate parts or is this just it. But what I do know is that this is coming as a box of 5. No price as of yet, but I'd be surprised if it's more than the cost of a gang, which is like, what, 33, 34 quid these days?
Yeah.
Now, if you add up how much these models would cost you in resin, you're getting like well over £100. Well over £100. So I'm pleased that these are A, making a jump to plastic, and B, are keeping a lot of the nice stuff that we like with resin. They're not quite as detailed as some of the resin stuff, but that's just the limitations of the material in many ways.
The money makes up for it.
I think so. And I think these are all really nice models. I really do. Loads of character. I'd like to think that maybe, I mean, obviously we haven't seen how they go together, but I'm sure you could do a head swap here. And it's not like the old Necromunda days where the gun was part of the body.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to convert that? Well, you can't. Tough. You're just stuck with it.
I proper like these.
I think these are really nice, yeah. And just like the Sanctifiers, I think I'll pick these up. Not even to like use in anything, just because I just love painting the models. I think they're just really, really nice. All very cool. Just bags of characters. Look, you've got a little cigar there. She's smoking, and you go one arm's all metal. And it's just like, yeah, that's awesome. You know, and nobody gives a fuck if she's a woman. Nobody's going, oh, girls, or anything like that. It's just, it's cool.
It's appropriate. It's all good.
It all looks good. I like it. I like it all. So yes, I think I'll be getting that. That's one of the things that pleased me greatly that got shown off today. The other was a little bit of lore about Darkwater. I firmly believe that Darkwater is going to be coming out for Black Friday. Makes most sense to me. We're 14 days away from Black Friday now. I think it's normally the 24th. 25th. So it's that week, isn't it? It's basically Thanksgiving week for America. That's what it is. It's basically
it's the day after Thanksgiving. Yeah. It's usually the last Friday in November.
Yeah. So I've got a feeling you're going to see Dark War for that. I want to see more on gameplay before I decide whether or not I want it. But we're going to have another quick look at the preview in a minute. I'm hoping that they're going to show off gameplay rules very soon. So I can make my mind up. But they have said it's going to be a ongoing thing. They've said it's definitely going to be an ongoing thing this time. So, you know...
I mean, to be fair, Curse City sort of was ongoing, like they did.
It was, and then it was, and then it wasn't. That's the thing. That was the problem, because they turned around and said, "Yeah, so it's ongoing. Yeah, it's totally ongoing." And they're like, "No, this is a limited edition product because we've just realised that we can't get another one made right now." They just completely ballsed it up. But that's of course in the past. Hopefully, Darkwater is a good game and it's fun to play, because that's what we want out of games at the end of the day. We want a bit of escapism and fun times. So we're doing the preview. We're doing it backwards because that's how it came up, and I'm lazy and I can't be asked to reorder these tabs. Sorry, you come here for our grumpiness, not our efficiency. This was probably my favourite thing, actually. The new Titus model. I've got to say, massive improvement on whatever the hell that other one was. That one that they've given everybody for free in the character manual. Did you know about that, Matt? The new character manual that they released, you know, the book. Every single one has a copy of the derpy Lieutenant Titus model.
Oh, the crappy old one.
Yeah. So they couldn't get rid of them. They couldn't get rid of all the ones they made with the board game they made, so they put them all in the books instead. And these people are like, yeah, I got Lieutenant Titus. GW's like, surprise, cockbags!
Yeah, we've got Captain Titus for you now. Got it.
He's been promoted. No idea what's happened to Charon yet, unfortunately. This is a massive step up. This is nice. This is a nice model. I'm not sure. I think we've got enough models with people standing with their hand on their swords, though. It's not very dynamic, but it is a nice model and a big step up from what they had. So, points there. This is part of the 500 Worlds narrative, which looks to be the next big thing. Your kind of Arcs of Omen type thing. And part 1 is Titus. I imagine one of the parts is going to be Huron Blackheart. Just, you know, a bit later on. And these look nice. So, yeah. Basically, Titus has been promoted back to Captain of the Second Company. Master of the Watch, and what that means for Captain Scottish Man is either dead or in a dreadnought. we'll have to wait and see. They said we'll find out this week at some point. But alongside that, I mean, Titus would be cool on his own. And I have been told that apparently this is all one box. So it's Titus and his chaps, all like, I don't know, it'll be like 50 quid or something. But that's still not terrible. Because when you consider like 3 Blade Guard on their own costs 35 quid, you're like, well, then I'm paying 15 quid for 4 nice models. Yeah. So, yeah, not horrific. So you've got his sergeant mentor bloke from Secret Level.
I still don't know how that works out.
Mataris. No, it doesn't make any sense because now he is several ranks below him. You think at least he'd be a veteran lieutenant.
You would, and they've both got the same number of studs that are the same colour. It's like what?
Keeping the black man down, Matt. It's not good enough.
I mean, give the brother more.
You know, you've got the palest, blondest, blue-eyed guy in the galaxy with Butte Gilliman. Keeping the black man down. It's just not good enough.
I see what you're doing. It's like, yeah, the mentor guy was like there striding around on battlefields while poor Titus was still hiding in caves afraid of the sun.
Yeah, exactly. We have fun here. We have fun.
The Chasing Amy reference, for those that don't know. It's a great film.
It is a good film. Check out. So yeah, and then you got these other models, which varying levels of good. I think they're all. I mean, let's show this. Oh yeah, they do. There we go. So this is that guy.
I've got to ask.
What?
I've got to ask a question.
What's a Nubian? I'd like to think our audience is old enough to have seen Chasing Amy. I'd like to think so.
We're not even drinking.
Jack says, evening chaps, unfortunately fell asleep just before the weekend stream. What a shit show on GW's behalf. Oh yes it was. Let's have a quick word about that, shall we, Matt? Because we got 20 minutes of this stream will be back and technical problems. And then even when it came back finally, it was still fucked.
It was still fucked. Yeah, I mean, due to that bunch of tech fuckery, didn't get to bloody sleep until 2:45.
3:45, mate. Yeah, 3:45 we ended up.
And then had a festival the next day. Like by 8 o'clock the next evening, I was fucking done.
Yeah.
Like, I went back to the hotel. I went to bed.
You would like to think that a multi-billion-pound company, I mean, GW is worth more than British Gas, would be able to run a 1-hour stream from America.
I'm tempted to give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe they didn't have their own tech guys there. Maybe it was the venue's tech team instead. We just don't know.
No, we don't know. I mean, the thing is, I dare say they want to do things on the cheap, so they probably just flew like Adam, Eddie, and Raf out there. And well, no, Notley, I reckon was probably. He was probably doing the modding from home
with 30 coffees.
With 30 coffees, dick o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it was a disaster. The sound was horrifically echoey. One of the mics wasn't turned on properly. They had this really awkward thing where Eddie would get up and go and open a box live on air, and they wouldn't have a camera set up to capture it or something. Like the camera would pan around and stuff. I was just like, what amateur fucking hour is this?
It was not great.
It was terrible. So yeah, the stream went on for about 40 minutes longer than it should have. But we did get to see some nice stuff. But yeah, it's just like, really bad.
Just roll it into fucking Warhammer.
Just do it on Warhammer Day. I mean, they said they had a room full of 1,000 people there for obviously the World Championship. We know that GW embraces the competitive side of things. They highlight that. That's why they wanted a big preview there. But they were massively left with egg on their face that are like, we're running a world championship, but we can't run a 1-hour stream competently.
Yeah.
And I don't blame the presenters. They've just got to do what they've got to try and do. They soldiered through, fair play. And also neither of them are born presenters or anything like that. They're just doing this job. But it was not a good look for GW. But the models were nice. So yeah, this is that Galaxy Gatto. This is Gatto. He's got the standard now. He's now the standard bearer. It's quite nice. Some checks. Checks out. What if that's freehand on the tabard there? Or if that's sculpted?
Probably sculpted, I would say.
They like to sculpt things like that, don't they? To make it easy for people. Yeah, look, he's got the same thing. It must be like some kind of honour thing. I choose to believe that's sculpted. Now, some people have said that this Mataris chap is a copy of another model. If you look at the other
Yeah, didn't someone say it was just that with a different head?
blade guard, yeah. And a few details put on. And all I can say to that is first time. You know, like when you've got that meme where James Franco, I think it is, just turns around and goes, first time. GW do this. It's easier for them than ever with CAD. But they used to do it with greens as well. So you'd have an armature made up in one pose, and then the sculptor would just do different green stuff details on that armature to save time, rather than sculpting a new pose every single time. So it's not new. I do think it's less forgivable now in the digital age, and you shouldn't have to do it, but GW obviously do it to save time. I don't think they should, but they do. So, you know, there's not a lot you can do about it.
He is a blade guard, to be fair. Like
he is, but again, I just feel like he, I just feel like he deserves more than a head swap. But you know, it's fine. He looks all right, and you know, you can see that his head's either magnetized or blue tacked on there because that's exactly the same model, and they've just swapped his head. So
blue tacked.
It's what GW. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. That's what GW do now. Then we've got these guys. Sorry, just grabbing a drink. And I like these. I like these a lot. Loads of character.
Yeah, these guys are a good departure. There's an element of 30k about them that I really like.
I mean, to be fair, you could take these models, and I didn't think of that, Matt. You could take these and put them in 30k.
Yeah.
If you took that one there, and I can't remember what her name is, and put that in charge of a solo auxiliary unit, I'd be like, yeah, right. Fair enough. Yeah, works. Like this one, sort of a strategic, tactical type operations thing. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I like the models. I think these look fine. Again, I'd love to see 360s. I love the face on this one, and it ain't often that I say I love the face on a GW model, but that has really captured something there. That kind of sneer, that Roman...
the haughtiness.
That's the word, haughtiness of the Caesar, you know?
That carried over into the Star Wars Imperial so well.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, really like that. That's a nice model. She's okay, as I said. I put her in the front of my charge of my solo auxiliary. Obviously, they all have tactical rocks because if you don't have a tactical rock, you're just a nobody.
It's a pleb.
This is the only one that I wasn't too sure on. This pleb, I'm like, your job is to carry scrolls around. Okay. And also, she reminds me of somebody. I can't remember. Maybe I should call her. But yeah, that one's a little bit plain, a little bit boring. But the Astropath, on the other hand, I really like again. He looks really cool. I'm not sure what an Astropath is doing in the middle of a battlefield, but they did say there's a new version of boarding patrol coming. Notice that one of the guard characters with Titus characters is a pale ginger hen at heart, but painted with dark hair and skin on the model. Doing the... Oh, yeah, he's white, actually. It doesn't look anything like the art at all. Doing the Netflix meme, absolutely. Played by... Get the name of a slightly... Zoe Saldana in the Netflix adaptation. Yeah, ginger erasure, James. It happens, unfortunately. No more gingers, so...
Regressive.
Exactly, yeah. It's a shame because the artwork's really nice, and then I look at the face, and it's like, not only is it, like, obviously a little bit darker, not massively darker or anything, and darker hair, but it's also way uglier. Like, seriously, the artwork looks kind of feminine and quite nice, and, like, she's not, I'm not saying, like, supermodel, she just looks like a woman, and then once again, we look at the face, and it basically looks... less feminine than Timothy Chalamet.
Oh,
So yeah, not great there.
alone.
But the astropath's nice. I like the astropath. So it's not all terrible. As I say, you get them all in a box. Honestly, that one is by far the weakest one. And as you say, ginger erasure, absolutely disgusting. But the rest of them, I think these three are quite nice, and you get Titus in there. So yeah, not bad, not bad. You also get this as part of the 500 things, which is the new Necron thing. Amentar. It's meant to be the root of the Destroyer virus, and it kind of looks like that.
It's basically a Destroyer Lord,
But
a new fancy weird one.
I don't like him. I don't think that's a good model.
Me and Cole were both like, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I know, you're both weird. It's just the fact that it's like you got. Don't get me wrong. I love the tail. The tail all looks fine. That's fine. The body not too bad. This tail thing coming out here a bit unnecessary, but whatever. But then his arms are just all over the place. And I know we don't have a 360, but he's like got a big. It's like a fiddler crab. You know.
One pinchy claw, one slashy claw.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just gonna be another pinchy claw over there.
And I don't like the face. The face is really boring. I mean, I'll reserve judgment till I see it from other angles, but I didn't think that was good. I didn't think that was a good Necron model. Oh, there he is again. Yeah, I'm just not.
Looks great.
No, he doesn't. He looks bloody awful. Now I can see him from all the other angles. Look, he's even worse. Look at that. What is that?
Looks awesome.
It's just a mess. It's a mess. They should have just done a plastic Tombstalker and be done with it, rather than give us another character model they're going to sell for 40 quid that we don't need. I'd rather have a Tombstalker for 40 quid that I don't need.
A Tombstalker's fucking massive. It's much bigger than that.
No, it's not. I've got one. Not huge.
Well, it's long and chunky. This guy is long but not chunky.
I reckon that is at least as big as Sarak. Not the Tomb King, the other guy, the one you've lost.
I think your weekend was a bit too good.
I think he is. He's got to be. If that's the size of a destroyer, like a Wraith kind of thing, and you look at that tail on that base, that's easily
No, it's bigger than a Wraith.
It's easily a 50mm base. Easily. I think he's big. I think he's quite big. He's massive, but I think he's quite big. Like, bigger than these lads.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, just give us a bloody Tombstalker instead and stop making up new shit we don't need. Especially if he's not going to do anything. But then you got Nightbringer. Nightbringer looks quite nice.
Nightbringer, though.
Nice model. Nice.
It's a great update.
Nice glow up, that one. I still like my old one that I put on a massive scenic base. But I could be tempted by the new one. But I like my old one. But yeah, this is nice. It's good. I don't like the lightning, and I don't like the stupid disintegrating cloak. I don't think that's necessary, but other than that, very cool. Yeah, very nice. This is all part of the 500 worlds, and it looks like the way they're going to do this is you basically buy a slipcase with 4 books in it, and then the 4 books are going to cover the different bits, which takes you back to 7th edition, Matt.
I was about to say, yeah, I've not seen a rulebook slipcase for quite a while. The last one I remember was Shield of Battle.
Yeah, that sounds about right, to be fair. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Mine's downstairs, sun faded.
Yeah, and basically the lore behind this is Roberto Gulliman, ever the reasonable man, has just turned around to Titus and said, yeah, all 500 worlds of Ultramar, I want them all back.
Shouldn't have lost them in the first place.
Off you go. It's like, oh, thanks. So, yeah, this is the first one. This is Titus. And then there's going to be other ones. I wonder if we're going to get to a situation where, like, the 500 worlds Ultramar is like a new mini Imperium again. Especially if Terra goes completely tits up. We'll have to wait and see. That'd be cool. So therefore GW probably won't do it. But yeah, it's basically you've got this. Then there's like a boarding actions thing, which is why you've got these people who should, absolutely not be on a battlefield. Like, you're an astropath, your life expectancy on a battlefield is nothing. I still can't believe they did that, James. That's such a good point out. So ugly. I actually thought that was a bloke.
I thought the first one was a bloke, didn't I?
You did, yeah. You thought the first one.
No. I thought it was a girl.
Yeah. So yeah, you thought this one was a girl.
Because I looked at it, I didn't see the artwork. I just looked at the model, and I was like,
I mean, just saying, who the hell did you think it was? Tilda Swinton?
Crossed with yeah. A little bit. And then I looked at the artwork and saw the subtle after you guys were like, I think it's a dude. And I'm like,
it's a dude, yeah. It's okay. It's all good. You didn't make that mistake at Damnation at any point. It's all good. So yeah, 500 Worlds is coming. This is probably the end narrative. We all know that we're going to get a new version of 40k May, June next year. And I'm not expecting much. So we'll have to wait and see that one. But we did also get some new characters. We got this guy who is just... Okay, thing clobbering time. You know, I know they've got this kind of illness from the cloning thing, but it's not. That model's not doing anything for me.
Are we looking at the?
Yeah, sorry, man. We've moved on to the other characters. So we're on the Votan one now. Beric Stormbrow.
Yeah, I like the look. I just don't like his weapon or the odd orc head.
He's also like 30% rock.
That's just a skin mutation that protects them from...
No, I mean he's standing on a rock, which is about 30% of the model.
It'd be shorter than every other character in the game if you did it.
And then you had the Tower one, and you and Carl liked these. I did not.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I very much don't like the lack of uniformity.
They're kind of like a Tau Empire replacement for Farsight in the lore.
Right, okay. Because these are like, because obviously the Tower are basically space commies. Everything's same, everything, totalitarian, everything, uniform. And then you look at these and you're like, that's far too much individuality. They'd never allow that. And they've got stupid, shitty flame bases, so they can go to hell.
Yeah, the flame base is not great. But it looks like they basically perform what the old Forge World XV9 hazard suits do, like get in someone's face, mess them up, and let other people escape.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea they've got the shields and the weapons. Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, finally, the Tower learned what a shield is. But yeah,
I'm trying to work out what they've got behind their shields. Is that a pulse carbine?
Yeah, it looks like just a normal pulse. It looks like you know how the boarding action, not the boarding action shield. There's a shield that's in the Space Marine range. I can't remember what it is. It's got like a gun behind it.
Oh, the Sisters of Battle got those.
That's it. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. To my eye, is what they're doing.
I'm kind of like Crisis Suits never had access to any of those.
So if you look, the top one looks like a pulse carbine, but the bottom one doesn't. The bottom one's got 2 barrels.
No, it's the same. I think pulse weapons do have 2 barrels.
That one at the top doesn't look like it's got. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
But the carbine you normally see on the Fire Warriors has a grenade launcher underneath, which is why it looks different.
Right, okay. It's quite nice, orangey heat effect. That looks quite nice. But I don't know. I'd like to see them in different colours. I'd like to see them painted better. But they're all right. And then this was actually probably one of my favourite models in the entire bloody thing, which is a bit sad. It's a bit sad, really, chat, isn't it? That my favourite model in the entire bloody thing was a Tyranid boy. Tyranid flying with a lash whip.
A monoposed Tyranid, which is a shame, but it's a fucking nice model.
Yeah, it looks good. No Neurolictor nonsense here.
I'm going to have to call the police. I've run out of tea.
Oh, dear. Again, I'm not sure if this is like a CAD reefing of the winged one. I'm looking at it and I'm wondering if the body's been used the same and it's just the other bits that have changed.
Where is my fly?
I'm looking at this and trying to put the wings on it, and I'm like, that seems quite similar.
I've literally just dug mine out. I'm tempted to say no, because, well, they might have mirrored it. Like the Shrike Prime, as I call it, is moving forward in the opposite direction.
Okay, yeah, they might have mirrored it then. I mean, to be fair, with CAD, you could do this. Is the one thing with CAD. It's like there's so many tools you can use in CAD to just tilt something here and move something there. There's no reason to be mirroring things and copying things. There's so many programs you can use to infinitely adjust the pose and things. That's why meshes exist, which I'll be discussing when I do the 3D printing video, which is coming before Black Friday. Don't worry.
But yeah, the flying one doesn't have a foot up or anything.
So right. Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, I mean that's nice. I like that. It's just a simple Tyranid warrior, Tyranid Prime. Sorry, no stupid fucking glowy bits on him or anything like that. Just nice, simple new pose. Yeah, I could probably convert one, but if it's not crazy expensive, I'd probably just get that one instead. So next up was Necromunda stuff. Totally not Osmandius. Instead, it's Osysteum Aranthus. Pretty cool. Have they got a picture of his face here? His messed up face? There it is. He's not having a good time. I reckon.
It's a proper ruin, isn't it? It's like Eddie from Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I reckon the Emperor just decided to just go on a walk. To be honest.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, we finally got an unofficial Emperor model. Stuff about.
It's quite nice. Did they say, it's plastic? It's not resin. Nice. Because I thought this might be resin. So I think that might be it for resin models. Then, Matt.
I mean, to be fair, looking at the cloak, you can kind of see it's plastic.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, but I'm just saying, I think that might be it for resin models. I don't think we're going to get any more.
Kind of a shame, but they might be relegated to like the old world or something like that.
I think they might be done. Well, even the old world, I don't think they announced any resin ones. I don't think they've had any resin ones for a while. So I've got a feeling they might have officially stopped making them. But that's a nice model. It's nice. It's got a nice little bit of detail. Doesn't look overly caddy. As I say, for one second I thought it was resin. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do I need him? No. Is it a nice model? Yes. These, on the other hand...
Oh, the Papa Perpetua Police.
The Papa Perpetua Police, indeed.
In a ghost place.
Don't give Tobias Forge ideas. Coming to a stage near you. Yeah, I don't know, Matt. I'm not. It's the heads.
I don't see how they fit into the current lineup. It looks way too jarring.
Yeah.
Different in style. But if I had Enforcers, I would probably get these because I like the theme overall.
Yeah, I like the models. I think the models look fine.
Yeah.
It's just those heads are weird, and I don't like them. I don't like that big weapon either. It's stupid. But other than that, I presume there's different ways you can. Yeah. I mean, I like what they've done with this one with the what's it called? Wimple? No, that's a nun's thing. The thing that the judges wear. I get that. That's good. The scroll and everything. Again, this is very Necromunda. I like it. And the executioner guy, he's awesome. Awesome.
He definitely is. But yeah, they're weird. They're like someone got a corridor gang and mashed them up with Enforcers for no reason at all.
It's like somebody who's getting their Russian on or something,
Yeah, but I'm betting that man catcher that dude's got really similar rules to the Van Saar one from the Hive Secundus box, except that one had a flamer built in because fuck them. That's why.
Notice we start to be leaning towards 5-man boxes as well. I've got a video coming up for that as well, so don't you worry about that. But yeah, they're all right. I like these two. And then the hats are weird. I think I'd head swap them.
What? No pupper heads?
Hang on. That one's kneeling, so maybe they're not in a box of 5. No, they must be more in a box of 5. Because look, you got these two here, 3 there, and then this one's kneeling. Does it say how many there is? The Paranoid Enforcers, blah, 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 blah. 3 bailiffs.
Oh, they're bailiffs. They're like the civilian arm.
Okay, so that's weird. Because it says it's always a magistrate that takes charge of just card delegation, joined by an executioner, yes. 3 bailiffs. And then it doesn't say anything more than that. So even though this one's kneeling, I think that might just be a different pair of legs. And you can still only build 5. Because if you look, that's a different thing for the executioner. And that's a different loadout for the. Oh no, it's just not got his servo skulls. Look. Oh no! Look, his upper bit's different. He's got a suspiciously Necron-looking sigil there.
Yeah. And
then on this one, he's got like bars. Nice theming, man. Nice. Again, this is looking very Necron-y. All those Enos, you might want to get in there.
I thought
even his skull's got a little wig. Look, he's got a little wig. That's cool. You know what? I'm tempted to get these and just chuck these lads out. Just keep these.
It's like something out of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, it's great.
Little judgy skull.
Yeah, from the Notary, who's played by Michael Goff, who played Alfred in Batman.
That's right.
And then we had the squats, and I wasn't so keen on these as some of the previous squats. These lean a little bit towards the Votan for me. They're not as bad, but yeah,
no, they're good.
Not as keen.
They fit right in amongst the other Ironhead stuff. They're just
Artichard. Those heads are prime Admech. Yeah, they would kind of work for Admech actually. Can't pay will Terminatus it anyway. Oh well, yeah. I mean, you can't take it with you, they say. So Yeah, they are. Yeah, as you said, there's shackles round his neck. It's a nice touch, actually. I like that. It's full of. I mean, these two models here are full of character. I love that. I love the, you've got the scrolls with the skulls on the end. You can look at these models and you can make up a story in your head. You can't do that so much when you look at 40k models, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's way more bland.
There's a lot more flavour here. And the silly hat, it's almost Alan Merrick Chaos Dwarf-like in many ways. Doesn't work on these, but it does work on these. So yeah, I mean, I would just be tempted to just get some head swaps and just put something, Other than that, I think they look fine, and I'd change his weapon out because it just looks a bit clunky. But yeah, nice stuff all round. In general, man, Necromunda, I think it's just been great. I think Necromunda is just so awesome what it puts out.
It just canes it.
Yeah, it really does. And then you've got these guys as well, which again I thought were a little bit uninspiring, but maybe a little bit of a nod towards Deep Rock Galactic with the mule. Just saying,
I mean, they've got these little, I can't remember what they're called. They're called something mites. Technomites? No, maybe. I need to read through the squat stuff again, but they make their own.
Yeah.
Every Ironhead, when they become like an engineer,
that's what it says. Look, you get 2 of each of these leaders in this box, armed with a variety of weapons, and 2 Techmite autoveyors, hardy little tracked robots equipped with all sorts of complex sensors that help the squad sniff out ore seams and chem deposits. Rock and stone indeed.
You get all different ones. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, if you ain't.
And then, of course, this is all coming in a book because Necromunda wants to be an actual library.
Yeah,
an actual library. But that's all cool, I mean, if that's the way they want to expand Necromunda, it was never going to be like it was in the old days. In the old days, you literally bought Necromunda, you bought a gang, you might buy Blister and a Scum or something like that, and you were done. Your total buy-in for Necromunda was like 50 quid. GW don't want that anymore. They want to be able to keep selling stuff. And if that's what it takes to keep this little corner of 40k going, perfectly happy with that.
Yeah. That's the 4th of Ranford in Succession book now. 3 of them before.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said it was the end of that arc. I can't be sure. But I think they said it was the end of that arc, so I don't know where they're going to go there.
Yeah, you'll find out how the tale ends.
Yeah. So then we got some cafe stuff, which I thought was okay. Unfortunately, I can't look at this model without thinking of Big Trouble in Little China. But I wasn't so keen on the colours this time round and the paint job. Thought it was maybe a little bit slapdash. The little crow thing is also sort of really weird. I'm not sure how he fits into it. She's like a little dragon or something. I'm like, okay, yeah, but crows, vultures, things.
It's like just a little crow familiar, ain't it?
Yeah, it's really weird. But again, yeah, nice models. It's a very, very prancy. Good God, how far back's that neck? Might look a bit far. But yeah, it is nice. Yeah, it's basically a magic part and a gun team. This is all good stuff. They've been collaborating with Creative Assembly on this to make these models. And yeah, I think this is all nice.
I think that's why they're so dynamic.
Yeah, I think these are nice. They don't seem to be horrifically expensive in comparison. They've got a little bit more expensive, but they're not massively expensive. I really like these peasants. I think these are great models. There's so much purpose you could do with these with nearly any range if you just chop off a few of the bit more Warhammer-y bits.
One thing I really like about them is that kind of like they're positioned as a hedgehog with all like these pikes or whatever they are, but they're all at so many different angles. It looks really dynamic rather than all
pointing forward. Yeah, exactly. That is when you consider they are designed to rank up. That is one of the most dynamic units that I've looked at.
It's very
Tengu, which are Japanese. Where did you see Tengu? Sorry. Oh, you mean the crow's like a Tengu? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You're gonna have to explain that for the unenlightened.
Tengu's like a big-nosed bloody Japanese demon thing, isn't it? I vaguely remember fighting one on Dead or Alive when I wasn't ogling Kasumi's tits. I was young. Not
a pengu.
Not a pengu. No, not a pengu. A tengu. It's different. Yeah, I guess it must be some kind of demon familiar. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like it. It's not. It's definitely not like the same gear from Dead or Alive. And it's all coming in a battalion box, so you won't have to pay out to get it all like stupidly expensive. You know, I think it's like 160 quid or so, and I'm like, yeah, especially when you compare it to 40k, that's a decent amount of stuff. I mean, you look at some of those other things that we showed earlier in the stream. I'd take that over most of them. Definitely. Yeah, nice. Oh, and of course, a book. Yeah, you get a journal because, yeah, of course you do. So that's. I mean, I think that's the cafe range. Pretty much. Oh God, Artie, you are giving me flashbacks now. That bastard. Oh.
What?
Fighting that Tengu boss in Dead or Alive.
Oh, I never played it.
The noises and stuff he'd make. Especially if he beat you. Yeah, that was all nice. I mean, the cafe stuff. I mean, Old World is just great. And we got a load of old models. And now they're starting to give us some new models. And I really liked the Marauders. Really like those Marauders. They look great. And this cafe stuff looks good as well. So, you know, whatever the team they've got working on that, it's not got Age of Sigmar aesthetics. And I love that part of it.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah. So we've got something called the Horus Heresy Saga series coming.
Can we skip this?
Which is a bit weird. Well, no, I wanted to mention it because basically, rather than doing a condensed version of the whole story, they've just chosen the best books.
Which is kind of good, but I'm not like...
Kind of, but at the same time, I'm not sure. I mean, if you used to pick out... How many of the Horus Heresy books have you read, Matt?
Probably about 2/3 of them. I'd stopped way before the Siege of Terror.
Right, okay. So I've read 49.
He's showing off now.
And like the novellas and stuff. And I don't think you can do the whole Horus Heresy saga in 12 books. Like 20 books, maybe. Maybe. But also, some of the books make reference to other books, as you would expect with it being a series.
It looks heavily weighted towards the first quarter of the Heresy.
Well, if you have a look, it all goes basically up to Slaves of Darkness. So you've got Horus Rising, False Gods, Galaxy in Flames, Flight of the Eisenstein. Okay, you have to have those four.
Yeah.
Without those four, a lot of what's going to come won't make sense. Then you get Fulgrim, fair enough. We're skipping Legion. I can understand that, but it's going to be a bit of a shock when people find out about the Alpha and Omega thing a little bit later. First Heretic, brilliant book. Prospero Burns,
also good.
It's okay. It's more about Space Wolves than anything else. No Fear, Ultramarines. Betrayer, Ultramarines, both very good books. Yeah. Praetorian of Dawn, suppose that's leading up towards...
I don't think I've read it.
Master of Mankind. Slaves of Darkness.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, don't be wrong. A few of the books in the Horus Heresy series were anthologies, so obviously they're not going to be in there. And nobody is going to miss Shadows in the Abyss.
Oh, the Battle for the Abyss.
Battle for the Abyss, yeah. Nobody's going to miss that book. That's fine. Same as nobody's going to miss the
Dark Angels
the book on the Dark Angels books and also the book on the dinosaur planet.
Oh, the fucking
Nobody's going Damnation Pythos. Nobody's going to miss that book. That's fine. No. But you don't have Angel Exterminatus here. That's definitely worth putting in here because that's when Fulgrim turns.
Fulgrim turns? Spoilers.
Well, no, I mean like into a Demon Prince.
What the? Even more spoilers.
So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Also, from what I can see, not giving us Betrayal at Calth. Also, not Betrayal at Calth, Mark of Calth.
No.
Which
maybe that's a little bit too contained towards.
Again, just makes a lot of this because you've got No Fear, which covers like the first part of that, and then a load of these characters are just going to kind of disappear. So yeah, a bit of a weird creation. I think I would have probably at least chucked a few more on there. If I was to give somebody a recommended list of reading for the Horus Heresy, bear in mind this does only lead up until sort of they get towards the solar system, I think there's definitely a few more I'll chuck in there. Not going to cover that now. I haven't really got time, but yeah, it's a bit interesting just doing 12. But definitely cutting out the dross, of which there was some.
Also, what's going on with Horace's armor on the front cover?
Yeah.
Some artistic license going on there.
There is a little bit. I don't know if this is still Neil Roberts or not. I suspect it is. Sorry?
A sword. And a sword.
Yeah. Obviously, this is back when there were still Lunar Wolves. But I didn't think they'd taken the eye at that point. Although that is just on him and not on these. Because there's Abaddon. There's Abaddon and the Justair in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a weird one. I like the old covers, the ones that look like a war zone. I thought they looked really good. Yeah. But I like Neil Roberts' art in general, and I have got the Heresy book. So, the art book. Somewhere. Where did I put that? It's actually a really good point. I have no idea what that is. Never mind.
Imperialis next?
Imperialis.
Yes.
Saturnine for Imperialis.
No.
Hey, I don't choose what comes up. I don't choose what comes up first. Squads of 3. Okay. They're going to look. They're going to look so weird when you put them next to your other Legion Imperialis stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be not far off the size of a Leviathan.
No, it's like we've got Terminators, we've got Dreadnoughts. Like, do we really? But again, that's the question in general for Saturnine stuff. Did we really need it?
Yeah, and these Saturnine Dreadnoughts are going to be huge. So yeah, and then it's like these platforms. It's like we didn't do this in 40k, but.
I mean, like I said at the time, they make more sense in Imperialis than they do in...
They do, yes, because then you would have defence batteries. But yeah. At that same time, what's missing from Legion Imperialis? Primarchs.
True.
The one size, the one scale of battle where you would think they would have Primarchs. And you haven't got any.
Question is, looking at the amount of stuff you get in any given box for Legion Imperialis, how will they sell Primarchs? It's going to be like a Primarch and a retinue?
Yeah, it would have to be a Primarch and a retinue.
But even then, that's going to be, what, a quarter of what you get in a normal box?
Yeah, it would. But you wouldn't be able to sell it for more than 20. It'd be like a 20 quid box.
I'm not sure they'd bother.
So you'd get a Primarch. Well, no, because what I would do is I would use this opportunity. I would use this opportunity to inject some flavour into it, because all of the individual units that these armies use are missing. So there's no Drake Guard or whatever they're called. There's no Suzerain Ultra Smurfs. There's none of the bloody. I
wonder if they'll do like
Raven Guard.
A loyalist command box 1 and 2 and a traitor command box 1 and 2 and put 4 Primarchs and retinues in each.
Yeah, then you're buying loads of stuff you don't want. I think what it'll be a body and then different heads, and then you can do head swaps.
No, I don't know,
can you imagine?
No, I cannot. Tiny little head, like a fucking pinhead. Head pin.
That would be so funny.
I mean, on the other hand, if you buy a retinue and a Primarch for an army that you don't have, you might want to start getting that army. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought that would have been the perfect thing to do in resin, but GW are leaving resin behind, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, you don't want too many, different rules models with different armies and stuff like that. But it just feels really weird that this is finally the scale at which you would take a Primarch.
And there aren't any.
Because in the Horus Heresy, you have a Primarch turn up and he's like leading 3 squads and 2 tanks. And then here, where you've got a proper army, you can't do it. But yeah, you got that. You got the thingies, and then you got some nice battle groups coming, and that is a Space Marine army there, pretty much. Not that one. That's a Saturnine battle group. So that's the Saturnine stuff. There's quite a lot of Saturnine stuff, to be fair. I feel like 8 dreadnoughts might be overkill.
Well, they're probably going to be fairly expensive. Actually, no, because they'll come in a unit at like 30k. They'll come in a Talon.
I think like 8. So, I think 8 might be a bit. So I would have gone with 4 and put
8 will be the maximum unit size, the same as Contemptors and Leviathans.
That's mental. 8 Saturnine dreadnoughts. That firepower. You got eight little Vindicators as well.
The points will balance it out.
Yeah, I mean it'll be 2 sprues. So 1 sprue will get you 6 sprues of Saturnine, 2 command, and then 4 dreadnoughts, and then this other stuff separate.
It's mildly irritating because I've just fucking got some
Mastodons,
and I've got Storm Talons already, so it's like, thanks for that. I understand why.
But it's a good thing they're not Storm Talons then, isn't it? Come on, what are they?
Are they Fire Raptors?
They're Fire Raptors, yeah. And it's not Storm Talons you're thinking of. Storm Talons is 40k. Storm Eagles. And I don't know why we don't have them in Heresy yet, guys. We should.
Storm Talons?
Storm Eagles.
Oh, you mean in plastic?
Yeah.
Definitely needs to be put in plastic. Those things are horrific in resin.
Along with jet bikes and land speeders. Not jet bikes, sorry. Not jet bikes and land speeders, just land speeders.
Just land speeders, yeah. They're one of my favourite units to look at, like a Storm Eagle like that, and in execution, they're one of my favourite units.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Concept-wise. But it got to the point where I put mine together, and then like Farmer Neil was like, "Actually, I've still got one of those. Do you want to put it together? You like putting stuff together." And I was like, "Give me at least a year to get mine together, and then get back to me on that."
I sold mine.
I don't fucking blame you.
I just sold it. I took one look at those flat resin panels and I went, "Nope."
Yeah, you say flat resin. Fucking lucky if they're all flat. But yeah,
I've never seen anything warped in 5 different dimensions.
Yeah, if you can get it put together properly with a lot of heat, patience, and elastic bands and super glue, then nice work.
No, I've been waiting for a plastic one, thank you. Just like the glaive. So we've got some new Legion super heavy tanks, including this one that's got a massive flamethrower for some reason.
Yeah, speaking of which, that looks like an Inferno cannon just lifted from a Warhound.
Yes, it does, yeah. I think it said Inferno cannon, actually. Yeah, Inferno gun. Ascalon Inferno gun.
Oh, apologies.
Sorry, it says Titan-sized as well, so you're not wrong.
How is it going to do anything different?
I know, right? It's just, I suppose it's anti-assault. Like, you wouldn't charge it, but yeah, a bit weird. But then it just gives them, gives them a variant, doesn't it? And I swear they've changed this anyway. So we haven't had a 40k one of these yet, have we?
What's that?
Of the glaive.
30k.
Sorry, 40k, 30k. Yeah, 32 mil. Yeah.
But not in plastic, no.
Which is what leading me to, because this top design is different from the current Forge World one.
Hold on a minute.
I swear there's way more on top of that than there used to be.
At the back of the turret? So we're talking about the glaive, right? The Tomb tank with the Volkite.
Yes.
In the second picture.
Yes. Okay. No, the first picture.
The first one's a falchion.
Yeah, sorry, the falchion. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's got loads more on top. I swear than it used to.
It does look a lot more busy.
It does, doesn't it? It looks way more chunky. So we've not had a falchion in plastic yet, have we? In 30k. No. So I've got a feeling it will be coming because they'll just biggin this up. And there's so much on top there that I think it might be even more than the fell blade.
I'm not even sure if Forge would even still sell them.
No, I don't think they do. I think they stopped it. But yeah, no, we've got the super heavies. That's nice. Yay for super heavies.
No, actually, it looks about the same amount of junk on top.
Really? It looks more. But...
Yeah. No, I've just pulled it up on Google. I think the hazard stripes on it make it look a lot more busy than it is on the side.
Oh, you mean like when they do dazzle camo on World War II battleships?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No worries. And then you've got this one. This is one we're talking about. Massive army box for the Space Marines. Massive. Matt. I mean, that's enough to play a game of Legion Imperialis, isn't it? Totally. 6 Land Raiders, 4 Sicarians, 4 Kratos, 6 Xiphons, and then all that other crap.
It is a lot of stuff,
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's basically it's. I mean, you get 6 Xiphons to a box, I think.
Yeah.
So it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. You just haven't got the fast assault box there.
Yeah, pretty much. It's an odd one because it's such a chunky force that I'm kind of like, if you're one of those people that started playing Legions Imperialis, you're probably not going to need this.
No.
But if you're someone who's interested in doing it, then it's going to be really useful.
Yeah, and this is like for new players, I imagine, or if you want to do a second Legion. But there's a good chunk of stuff there. Oh, there you go. That's what it says there. And then they did the same for Solar Auxilia, but for some reason not for the Mechanicus, because they haven't got any flyers, I suppose.
I think the Mechanicus, because the only big box they did for Mechanicus was that.
Or Mechanicum. They did a battle group, didn't they? Just didn't have any flyers in it, yeah. So that's not bad.
They've got nothing to put in it because the Mechanicum don't have any flyers, despite making them for every other fucker.
I do feel like that the Solar Auxiliary army should be a lot bigger than the Space Marine one in numbers, and it isn't. For some reason, but, you know, what the hell. And then obviously you also get a journal, because of course you do, Ruin of the Salamanders. And I can confirm those salamanders do in fact look ruined.
Look ruined, yeah.
Yes.
Having a bad day. Yeah, that's another thing that baffles me about the Mechanicum. 1, no flyers for you. 2, absolutely nothing with Skyfire on it.
Yeah, it's random, isn't it? So
again,
they're screwed against
everyone else, but you don't take them yourself.
You don't take them yourself, yeah.
You can take tarantulas, which have it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's coming. I mean, you know, I kind of thought we might have seen Custodes by now, especially some nice plastic vehicles, but obviously saving those.
I'd rather see Eldar Orcs.
Presumably the Lady Custodes are still parking them.
Well, it's a grav tank, and it
Look,
park in three dimensions.
Any exposure is good exposure, even if it's us getting cancelled on Twitter.
You can't talk about women and exposure.
Oh God, no, even worse. I don't know. I've seen what people do with 40k. You know, the Rule 34 applies. There's plenty of exposure. You're fine, Kevin. It's all good. We appreciate. Got distracted a little bit by my lady. We were talking about exposure, and my boy had come in.
Ladies are good for distracting people.
No problem, Kevin. There's always the replay, mate. Worst case scenario, if you feel that you can put up with our voices the second time round. So then we did get some Horus Heresy stuff, and we were divided here, Matt. Now,
I was right, and you were both wrong.
No, because these abuse have been on Facebook, and everyone on Facebook says they're shit as well.
Yeah, but a lot of people on Facebook think curry's nice, and I think it's fucking awful. So I can't side with it. I mean, Indians can't be wrong. Yes, they can.
I kind of like, I don't know. I get what they've gone for. I do get what they've gone for. You know, you want these big long legs to stride across the battlefield and be able to shoot things. I do not think they've pulled it off well. What do we think in the chat? There we go. Chris says those stilt leggers look so weird. See, it's not just me. Matt's the weird one.
Yeah, well, I never said I wasn't, but it doesn't make me wrong.
Some different colour schemes might help. I think that's not doing them many favours here.
Yeah, it's like I said on the chat. The pale green is a weird choice, and I'm wondering if this particular lot is dark mech aligned. So that's why
like
they're not red.
Almost a Death Guard thing going on.
Yeah, that's why.
But I think maybe like the brass isn't working with the green, and maybe if they've done some different, and it's very clean because that's the heavy metal style. But I'm not. I'm really not shown on these. I need to be shown these by somebody who can do justice to the model, if that is a thing, in the paint. But they also do look weird. Like, I'm sorry, this guy looks like his actual head's there, and it's another small child sitting on his shoulders, trying to get into a movie that he's not old enough for.
Well, what makes you think it isn't just like a fucking squat on a platform with legs and 2 cyber arms? Like,
it's so weird that they went, Stilty with Stilt Face. He's very popular. Let's do a slightly less stilty version.
And then they did a less ridiculous version. I am well looking forward to 1, getting my hands on these, and 2, seeing the rules for them, especially.
Oh, good. Well, you can get your hands on them then, and then you can send me pictures, and then I can decide whether or not there's something I actually want in my army, or whether I'm just going to go get the 40k ones and use those instead. Because I'm not sold on these.
I might even prefer these to the 40k ones, because with the 40k guys, the Rangers I absolutely love. The Vanguard, not so much. So these will fit in the middle for me. I'll be like, yep.
Be interested to see what they look alongside the tech falls, and that might be one reason they've done it, is to make them stand out from the tech falls, because the tech falls going to come up to like here.
One reason that I proper like them is because they ain't fucking tech zombies. So I'm looking forward to that, especially with all these dodgy cyber heads that they've got. One of them looks proper fucked.
We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm not massive on them. I think they're okay, but yeah, not working for me. the Battle Pilgrims, Flesh Shriveling. I don't know. That's grimdark. That is grimdark as fuck. But
Yeah.
I've got a feeling a big part of it is this brass. I think if this metal was split up more, I think the problem is when you look at the model from like an artist's perspective with colour theory, you've got these great big, very pale chunks of cloth. Then you've got this dark gun, and then all the metal just blends into each other. And
like
obviously the metal leans towards a kind of a goldy, yellow, browny, greeny kind of hue anyway, rather than anything else. And then I think that doesn't contrast well with the... I'd like to think it is just colour scheme wise. But yeah, most people on Facebook have said these are not great. These probably got made due to Trench Crusade. I wouldn't think so, Artie, but that's only because I know how long it takes to make these models. These would have been in production for a good couple of years.
Yeah.
If we're going to see a GW reaction to Trench Crusade, we'll see it in the next few years, I think.
Yeah, I'd say at least 2 years down the line.
Because it does take a while to make this stuff. The tooling alone on the sprues takes months and months and months. I know that because I work for a company that did it. It takes a long time.
From an old panel on an open day I was at, I think it might have been the 7th edition open day, they said the amount of time it takes from sitting down and discussing models for a new codex to actually putting stuff on the shelves is 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And that was then when they made a lot less stuff.
Yeah. I would say it's probably around about a 3-year turnaround in total for a range. So like, the new Dark Eldar stuff that is coming, presumably, because they've got to replace those resin models that they don't sell anymore, will have been started to be developed at least 2 years ago. And hopefully it's Jez's swan song, because that bloke deserves a retirement. But I'll be sad to see him go. The Battle Marshal looks a bit better.
Yeah, the Battle Pilgrim Marshal.
Yeah. Bit more going on, bit more excitement. Again, you can see here what's being broken up with the silhouette. You've got more stuff going on with the metal. They've put a little bit of silver there. You've got these pipes. You've got this thing going on here. And when you look at these ones, none of that is there. And I've got a feeling that's what's working against it. He also hasn't got this great big plain battle rifle. So he looks a bit better. But I think overall the colours choices just isn't great. But this is great. It would take many months if they insist on 6 parts per leg. Yeah, I remember when I went to make my Forge World Tomb Stalker, and I was like, each leg is 3 pieces.
I saw that coming. Yeah.
You absolute pricks! Whoever made this hates humanity. Like, this is just his revenge against everybody. 3 pieces per leg. Fucking hell. The Volt tracks, amazing. Love this. No notes, awesome. Just looks beautiful, really does. Yeah, love that in every single way. Apart from the flying base, which hopefully is not what I think it is.
It's going to be one of them.
No, please don't.
There's a little perch for it underneath there.
Peg and Hole, man. Peg and Hole has been working for humanity for centuries.
What I preferred for skimmers and stuff is like the
cross base.
No, the ball and socket that you got on the old land speeders. It was much better.
Yeah, sometimes good, sometimes gets loose, and sometimes doesn't work at all. From somebody who owns lots of Dawn Eagles and lots of Reefer jet bikes.
Fair enough.
For big flyers, I like the cross. I think the cross works really well.
It works. It's simple and it works.
Yeah, exactly. So remains to be seen on this one, but that is lovely. I love the Volt tracks. That's brilliant. I want them on their own.
With this, I was like, I could look to my right and see mine. Hello. And then I look at this and I go, where the fuck is my Isle attacks? Why are you getting rid of stuff that we've already got in red?
Yeah. We still don't have the Isle attacks.
Still units that we don't actually have.
And Ormamidians.
Yeah, Myrmidons as well.
Yeah. So where are those?
I mean, those deserve to be in plastic more than this does.
I think so, yeah.
A Voltrax is just that. Like, there's no config for it. There's no weapon option.
Yeah.
It is just what it is. Whereas with the Myrmidons, there's a shitload of things that they can take, some of which aren't even in the resin kit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy to see it, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, not what I was expecting. And this is all coming, of course, in another book. Because, of course, it is The Steel Hand of Mars. So yeah, that was our heresy bits, along with New Cataphracti, which
Yay!
it's nice to have them, I suppose. But there's other stuff that maybe we needed first. Are they going to do the Tartarus next? Because they're certainly still not the right scale. But these look alright. I mean, I don't have any problems with them.
I don't know what it is with people's obsession on thinking that Terminators are much bigger than standard Marines. They're not. Like, they can't be. The guy inside is the same fucking size as a standard Marine because
It's just chunkier armour.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why is he about 6 inches taller? Has he got platforms on?
I mean, these look a lot more skinny. These look like they're scaled like Marines, and I think that's one of the problems. Is
They look
like
they're stretched,
yeah, the Terminators should be this walking tank.
especially a cataphracti.
Especially a
It's literally
cataphracti.
their job.
It's supposed to be a walking tank that just walks. I mean, the Centurions took it too far, but they should look like a cross between, sort of that kind of level, where they walk very slowly, absorb lots of fire. The combi bolters are weird and look too big for the rest of the model. Yeah, I'm not sure. I won't be running out to replace my current 40 cataphracti, put it that way.
No.
Breaches, yay. Breaches, I mean, yay. Great. I 3D printed myself 50 boarding shields 3 years ago, GW. Thanks. Thanks for finally getting there.
One of them does have a las cutter though, which is nice.
Again, they're nice, but it should never have taken this long. It should have been an upgrade sprue, and it should have been out in first edition.
Oh yeah, there's the grav gun. And interestingly, their bolt guns have got drum mags.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I say they look fine. They're like an edition late, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to get those just because of how they look, but they're such a niche unit. I'm not sure if I'd ever use them. But
Well, you've got Zone Mortalis, haven't you? So I mean, you've got this box.
yeah, niche
Also,
unit.
why the hell are the Cataphracti in squads of 6?
That is just a weird choice.
Make it make sense. I mean, I know why it is. It's because it's 2 sets of, there's 3 per sprue or whatever, but
Which again is a weird choice.
it's just a weird choice. Yeah, very random. Very random. But at least you can have flexible squad sizes in 30k, unlike 40k. GW? So, that's a nice box. That's pretty good.
Thankfully, I'll just grab the breaches out of that lot because I don't need the rest.
No, I've got Leviathans, and as I said, I've got so many Cataphracti, and also I went through the painstaking effort of magnetising every single Cataphracti.
So did I actually. With mine. What did I? No,
Yeah,
I did.
No,
Yeah,
I magnetised
so-
every single option. So no, I'm not replacing them all. Strike you, GW. Animation, nobody cares. Mainly space, ladies battle, sisters battle. It'll be good when it comes, I'm sure. But I mean, we've had like what? So the entire of 25, we've had what? 3, maybe 4 animations in total.
Maybe.
I
I'm
think.
not sure half of those were worth it. Tives was good.
Yeah, Tives was okay. But I thought that Kill Lupical was crap.
It was a completely wasted opportunity. It was literally a non-starter from the very beginning with the title.
Yeah, it was like we have a general story to tell about Titans, and we're going to call it Kill Lupical because reasons. And then it's just going to be like 30 minutes of 2 Princeps breaking the Bechdel test, passing the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed. There wasn't even that much Titan action. So yeah, they're a little bit weird. But I mean, hopefully Astartes 2 will be good.
Hopefully.
I just have to wait and see. So another thing we got shown was a load of new Nurgle to go along with the Darkwater stuff, which we'll be closing in on soon. Festus the Fleet Lord. I thought this guy was quite nice, and Kirsty really likes him.
At least he's not on a snail.
No, he's not on a snail. He's on, as I say, this mouth reminds me of that thing from Turkmenistan. It's called Turken or something. It was the only supplement they ever did for Warhammer Fantasy Battle in resin.
Okay.
And it had a creature that had a mouth like this, and a dude on top of him. I'll see if I can find it.
Didn't they do an actual bestiary for that, with stuff that they made for Forge World for Fantasy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That'd have been good to read.
Torcum. No, it's not called Torcum. Help me out here, guys. What's it called? Turkingum? Turken. If I just put in Warhammer Fantasy Battle Forge World, maybe that'll do it.
You'll probably see a Morngul, and I'll be like, so good.
Can you see the chat? Are they screaming at me certain things?
No, no one likes you.
Oh, I'm used to that. What the hell? I'm sure it's called Turkmen something. It was a big red book. Am I imagining this? Is just one of my fever dreams?
Yes. I'm afraid you are.
Even AI. Oh no, there it is. Tamerkan. Even AI was going, I have no idea what the fuck you were going on about, mate. Right, all this effort. Here it is. Yes, I was right. Thank God for that. Let's find a picture. No, you don't want to look. I've got a lot of tabs open, to be fair.
I don't understand the concept of Nurgle horse cavalry. I don't even like toads. Daft, but I get it. Giant flies, perfect, and gives them some speed. And
Yeah.
still sticks the theme. Diseased horses. What's it going to do? Stumble along and cough someone to death? I don't. What?
There you go. Tell me that's not a case of can we copy your homework? Just don't.
They've just updated the model.
It's literally just taking his legs away. It's the same mouth, I swear.
That's a good spot.
Yeah. So we got that, and that was quite nice. I thought that was good. As you say, the horses just seems a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like once you're all pestilentified, your horses aren't going to be that quick. The flies made sense. Like even my missus, who loves Nurgle stuff, was like, ugh, don't think I like those. And they've got so much cloth on and stuff like that, and I don't know. Yeah, it seems a bit weird. You'd want to expose the flesh to all of the pestilence and the buboes.
It's like they took that one miniature of that character on a horse, which looks fucking amazing.
Oh, the Frazetta style one, yeah.
Yeah, and they went, "Oh, you like that? Hey, here you go." And we're like, "No, it's too much of a good thing. What have you done?"
Yeah, it's not special anymore. And then you got these. Even the alternate faces don't look that good.
No.
And then you got these, and these I really wanted to focus on, if that's okay for a moment, because I think these are a massive downgrade. So we're going to look at these first, and then we're going to look at the old ones. Not the old ones as in Cthulhu, that'd be bad. But we're going to look at the old Putrid Blight Kings. So let me just make sure that this is on the stream properly. There we go. So here's your new ones. I mean, what's going on here? There's just so many design elements going on. You've got this weird leather belt here. You've got this samurai style armor. You've got these weird circular armor things here that remind me of the undead.
Like scale mail.
Yeah. And then he's got like the horns and the helmet, and then you've got this cloth over the top. And this kind of weird diseased flesh that they've chosen to paint it a slightly different way, like, you know, the way that dead flesh goes, I suppose. Whereas Nurgle's not meant to be dead, it's meant to be the vibrance of life. That's the whole idea behind Nurgle.
I think this one may be a Nurgle of colour.
No, I didn't think of that. Are you right? You're right.
Well, he does embrace everyone.
He does. He doesn't care about your skin colour. Didn't occur to me. No, you're right. Yeah, these are like... even this skin's not particularly well painted, though. I've seen it painted way better. But you're right. They have brought diversity to the land of Nurgle. It is a plague blight king of colour. A blight kang, if you were. I was so cancelled.
Move on quick.
Oh, yeah. Look, you see at the end there. So, yeah, you got these new models. You got these stupid ribbons dripping everywhere. It's just like bloody Avon Shan. It's like, oh, God. Fabric, all that kind of stuff everywhere. Look at it all. It's just, why? Now I want to look at the old ones. Can I not make this bigger? He said.
It's probably a bad thing to say on the internet.
I always thought you could zoom in on these pictures. Then again, I'm talking about the GW website here, aren't I? So, all bets are off.
Ah, those guys were the old ones.
I think these are way more interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a minority here. It seems to show up fairly large in the in the stream, so we're okay. But I think these are way more interesting.
And less bonkers.
Yeah, I mean, when I think of Nurgle, I look at that and I'm like, that's just generic fantasy things. Like if you wanted to have infested of colour, then you could have just got these and repainted them. That would have been fine. that wouldn't be a problem to me. If you want black pestilent dudes, then yeah, that's absolutely fine. But I mean, the only thing with these is like that arm is a little bit, it's a little bit pokey and stuff. But this is a fine kit, and I don't know. There's more dynamism in these poses. They're more interesting. The skin's definitely painted in a more interesting colour. I love the idea of this guy having a bell inside of him. And you can see they've done the swollen arm and the swollen leg thing here. So we can go through these individually. Here we go. I mean, yeah, like the painting isn't so great on these, but there's so much more going on. Look at this great guy with the bell here. You know, you've got this banner that looks like a fly. I think these are great. I've got some of these somewhere because I think they came with Hammerhall.
They do look cool.
And they've just got so much character to them. 1, 2, 3 sprues. There's your box. And then I go back and look at these, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but they just don't compare, in my opinion. You know, ribbons everywhere because reasons. Yeah, not. I mean, I think that one's awful.
I mean,
and for the record, Twitter, I would think that if it was a white man as well.
I mean, it doesn't say that they're a replacement.
They're called Putrid Blight Kings. I think it's fair. I think it's fair to say they're a replacement.
I mean, they would complement the others, okay, but
they have exactly the same name, and these are temporarily out of stock. I don't think we're going to see these again.
Well, if you put it that way,
I think that might be it. And yeah, I just think these are generally just a lot less interesting. I can kind of get a bit of what's, you know, and they're not massively Age of Sigmar-y either, but
they're just a bit OTT.
Not as much fun. Not as much fun. So yeah, you got those, and then you got, because they want to sell 2 units, not ones. You got the same kind of thing but armoured. I have no idea what is going on here.
I did kind of wonder if they were a dual build kit, but there's no way. These are the second lot are way too different.
Yeah, there's no way. Rot swords. I imagine there's 2 different kits. Yeah,
actually, I'm going to look at it on your stream because it's bigger.
I think. There's stuff they could have done with these. I don't think the circles help at all. I would have got rid of that circular chainmail plate armor. That's just.
Oh, the scale.
Yeah, scale. I don't like those. Looks like Dave's first models on CAD. Yeah, the minute they're announced, Element Games took them off. Yeah, they're just kind of. Yeah, I think you're right, Richard. I think they just want that homogenized look. And I look at these and I'm like, right, these are kind of like the Nurgle that gets described in Lost and the Damned. You know, this is, you know, the beautiful putrid freshness of new life bursting out and all that kind of stuff. They're interesting. They're old school fantasy. They're great.
It's the kind of new life that you don't want.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. That's awesome. Look at that.
These guys are good.
That is such a nice characterful model. And then I just go back and I look at these things. I'm just like, it's just dull.
I actually quite like these Rot Swords.
I think the Rot Swords are better than the Brightlings. I think that that is a given.
By far.
Why we don't have any lady Blight Kings, Blight Queens, if you will, I don't know. That's disgusting. GW, no representation, no sagging undead titties for us.
I'm assuming that one, ladies avoid the battlefield because they're more sensible. Two, ladies wash more because they're more sensible.
I think you'll find that ladies in Devon battle just as much as men. That's what GW tells us. But yeah, this samurai armour just doesn't work for me at all, for Nurgle in particular. This plated, levelled samurai armour. It's very weird. Yeah, a bit weird. The Rot Swords do look a bit better. But these circles, I would have got rid of these circles. I think they're a massive distraction from the rest of it.
I think it's just medieval plate.
More cowbell.
Samurai. It's not particularly samurai.
Oh, do you not think so? Do you not think that's like the samurai greaves, not greaves, like the leg things?
No, because like I remember seeing King Henry VIII's suit of armor, and he had leg protecty bits coming down from the waist like that. Obviously, not as long as those.
I was going to say to the extent it was a skirt. I don't know. When I look at that, I think samurai.
I mean, he also had a massive, overly flattering cod bulge sticking out the middle, which I thought was just far too funny.
True.
But
then I look at this guy with all this going on here, and I'm not sure. Like pipes or something. Don't know. Yeah, wasn't sure on that, but I know I hate these. Talking of cowbell, Archard, I know I hate these pestigores. I don't think these work at all. I'm not even sure what they're meant to be. I love the fact they've got a pestigore of colour there.
Yeah. I like the painting style where some of the eyes are all weirdly pale and stuff. It reminds me of illustrations that I've seen somewhere, but I can't quite place it. It might be the guy who does the Scandinavian artwork. I should know that because I've got 3 of his books. C.H.E.B.S. I'll look it up. Hold on.
But I just look at this, and this one in particular was the one that caught my eye. It just looks like a mess. I can't tell what's going on. Like their faces all deformed. Like maybe they're meant to be, but yeah, I didn't like these pestigores at all, guys. I don't know what you think about the pestigores. It's a bandolier of cowbells. Yes. So Christopher Walken turned up basically and said, "Rrr."
Yeah, they look a lot more akin to the style of art by Johan Egerkrans, who does amazing work.
Again, maybe better paint jobs will save them. You know, heavy metal is designed to show off the models for boxes and stuff like that. It's never the best in my opinion. But yeah, I didn't like these at all. Yeah, on one hand, it's nice the Beastmen got something. Kind of. Sort of, a bit. Even if it got separated into Nurgle. But yeah, bit weird. So there's your comparison to the new. And I can see what they've tried to carry out. Because obviously what we've got here, guys, is the same as Curse City. So when Curse City came out, they did the Curse City stuff, and it was kind of like the Soulblight Gravelords, and then alongside that they did the Soulblight Gravelords range, and then hastily repacked the expansions into the Soulblight Gravelords range. And they've only done the same here. So the new models are being bumped off to these. Sorry, the old models are being bumped off to these. So you've got this Warcry warband, 2 boxes of Nurglings, and a Beast, which is a crap spearhead. That is awful. That is really bad. And then you've got this as your Regiment of Renown. Okay, I guess. And some new books and stuff coming. But, if you look there, they've got different shields. So much scrolling.
Looks like the Nurglings.
You can't see them. You can't see them there. They've got different shields. That's what it is.
I hate the poo tree.
You don't like the feculum normal, I think it's called.
Yeah, it is. No, I don't.
Yeah. Is it this toothed slit here that's giving you nightmares?
No, it's just weird and I don't like it.
Yeah, I should call her kind of thing, you know. Yeah, that's just the other side of their shields. So they look a bit. No, the shields look better than the actual models. Yeah, they're all right. Not great. Not bad. There's that Warhammer Fantasy model. And then Dark Water, which I'm hoping we find out more about soon. Got my concerns on this one. I need to know how it plays. Really need to know how it plays. It looks like you get 18 scenarios or 18 maps in the book in total, which is 6 campaigns because each campaign is free stories or free maps, as it were, free sections. But I'm concerned about how it's going to play out. Like you've got your, like this is obviously, I don't know on this one, Matt. What do you reckon? I mean, I've spoken to somebody who's played it and he says it thinks it's fun and very clever, but wouldn't give me any more details on that, which is understandable. I'm concerned that this could turn out really samey and the only thing they've got to make it different is the cards. Like there's no corridors, there's no doors. There's no doors. You know, it's even when you look at, because they were saying, oh, it's only the same as Gloomhaven, for example. But Gloomhaven's got doors and bits are locked off and stuff. This is just a battlefield. It's just a room.
I mean, there might be pages that have got like rooms and short hallways and
potentially. I mean, we did see Eddie flip through most of the book, and I didn't see any, but potentially. Let's just see if there's any other pictures of the book. Yeah, here we go. So you see, you've got kind of like almost like a core, because these are obviously bits you can't get to, and you have to go round and stuff like that. But I'm not getting much of it. I'm not getting so much of a quest out of it, if you know what I mean. I'm just getting a scenario. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. And it does look nicely presented. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Curse City was a disappointment overall, I thought.
Crazy person.
And this looks pretty, but it's obviously got a timer there for how long things are supposed to take. I'm guessing these are events. You've got like a turn, and then... Oh, no. It's going to be like a turn, then the enemies move, then a turn, then the enemies attack, then a turn, then the enemies attack, then a turn, then the enemies attack. Then that's going to be the end of a time, and then this timer goes up, and you probably get an event for each timer. I'm guessing here, guys. I don't know. But...
That's a little bit of a Grimlord thing.
Yeah, it is. And then you've got these cards that do various things, and this one was like a weird little dice game that you play. And I don't know, I'm just like, Like, I don't know why GW just don't remake Warhammer 1995. It sells for 700 quid a box online.
I don't think it does. No one spends that much
No,
money.
it does. It does. A sealed copy of Warhammer Quest 1995 sells for 700 quid. It does. That's how much it sells for. Opened copies go for crazy amounts as well. Like, 200-300 quid. I've never seen, like, literally, even if you just put up Warhammer Quest and it's just like not even all there and it's just spares and things, it goes for a couple of hundred quid. It is ridiculously in demand, ridiculously beloved, and I don't know why they just don't remake it. Like, keep everything the same, keep the book the same, keep everything the same, just give us nice new models. It would fly off the shelves. But they've chosen to do this instead.
Quest.
Sorry?
It worked for Hero Quest.
Exactly, Avalon Hill made all the money. Now imagine that with GW's quality of models. I understand that they're worried you can't trademark spiders, you can't trademark minotaurs. Just call them something else. You've done it for everything else.
Why would you trademark it? It's just part of the damn game.
Yeah, but you know what they're like. They want somebody else to be able do it, and everything GW ever does will be free, will be, but will be playmarked. Yeah, playmarked, trademarked now. It's just a way of it. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Some of the models look really nice. I love these. These look great. In fact, I think nearly everything in a Nurgle looks good. These Pestigores, I think, look better than the Pestigores, the other ones. In fact, I'm very surprised they have the same name because they don't look even slightly the same. They were both called Pestigores, weren't they? I'm not going mad.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. These look way better. Way better. Look a bit two-dimensional, but that's just because they're going to be easy to build, sprue, I've seen the sprues. They're easy to build.
I really like the Maya Kelpies.
Yeah, they're great. They remind me of Leshies.
But Kelpie's an actual thing. Like, it's a Scottish water spirit.
It is, you're right, yeah. But these aren't horses. These are deers. Deers? Deer.
Horses with antlers.
But
God's a Nurgle.
yeah, even these look better than... Like, you get poxwalkers and they've got these stupid grins and... Yeah, that Curse City, Chard. I mean, obviously they sorted it out eventually. They have said this is going to be... ongoing items straight away. They've not said it's going to be limited or anything like that. But I think these look better, even with their stupid circular things that they've got, which I presume they've used to tie it into Curse City. I think the models in this look fine. It's the gameplay I'm worried about. Look, these Blight Templars look way better than those Blight King things that they not Blight. Yeah, the Nurgle Maggot King Blight Kings. Way better. Way better. Way more cohesive army. I mean, these look like, if you repainted that, you'd more or less get that. It looks, like two completely different design teams worked on them. These,
like the paint job.
yeah, the way they painted the armor is really nice. These, the Cankerborn, these are really cool. Cool idea. Bit like the, if you think about it, these are a bit like the, God, what are they called? What are the zombies called in Curse City? They've got the stupid gravestones attached to them because they got pinned underground.
It's been ages. But I proper like those. They remind me of like Champions or Heralds.
They do, yeah. It's very very Lost and the Damned. It's a shame they haven't got. I don't know why they haven't shown these guys, but they had. They look like those weird brass belt things your elderly relatives would have on the wall. Interesting. Show them about the hooves. The hooves.
Well, obviously your relatives.
Yeah, I think the hooves are okay. Do you mean on the Pestigores?
But like, I went to see my relative with the strange brass.
The strange brass, yeah.
There's definitely more flies in the house than I remember.
And I struck it, and I only struck it once, and it chimed 7 times. Uh-oh.
Definitely not going back.
But they showed off these really cool little treasure tokens, didn't they, Matt? And they looked like they were right out of the Lost and the Damned, the old 80s book. And I can't believe they've not shown them again here. It's really weird.
Actually, no, you're right. Yeah, they were weird, like weird little books and stuff.
Yeah, one of them was like he had a sword in his head or something like that, and
that was it. Yeah, like a weird little elemental thing.
Very cool. But even these look way better than the other Age of Sigmar stuff. Yeah, that's really nice. That's a cool model. Yeah, I think these are great. I do not have any worries about the models in this box. It's just the gameplay. I just want to see how the game plays.
We shall see.
Hopefully we'll find out soon. But yeah, foul hoof, really cool. Someone at GW likes hooves too much. GW is very accepting of absolutely everybody, and I'm sure that includes bronies, unfortunately. What can I say? And then it's the heroes, and I think it's the heroes that I was a little bit disappointed in. I really like the Nurgle side of it. And then you've got this guy, and he just doesn't look like any of the other Cronothi that I've seen. It's like somebody saw Namor from the second Black Panther film and went, yeah, we need one of those. And then he looks a bit like Tim Russ from Voyager, and I'm not sure on this model. Not sure on this model at all.
I mean, the model himself looks like one of the guys out of the old Underworld's box, so I think style-wise he fits in fine.
I mean, he will fit in with those Cronothi, I presume, and they've still not made those a unit in...
I honestly thought they were going to do a whole army for him, but kind of disappointed that they wouldn't.
They haven't
That's one
joined the
thing
They haven't joined the Silver Nef, have they?
no,
No. Have they done the Silver Nef yet this year? This edition, I don't know.
I don't know.
But then we look at this one. It's like there's the artwork, there's the model. I'm like, oh, he's got these two stupid bangs here. That's the first thing I'd cut off. I think that's awful. I don't like that at all. I don't know if maybe it could be saved with a slightly better colour scheme. We ain't found shit. I kind of want him to be in the sequel, Artie Chard. I kind of want him to be in Spaceballs 2. I don't know if he is, but I'd love for him to be in there. That'd be great. I think this was probably my favourite one. Jacobus Vine the Wizard. Kind of cool.
He was very cool.
I've only just noticed actually. Look, his vine is actually his staff is actually growing out of the ground.
Mm.
It's kind of a cool touch. He's got
Good
a
luck
cool
moving
little...
around with that.
Yeah, bugger. That's why he's got the. That's why he's got the scythe, the sickle. Sorry,
Got to cool, yeah.
you can chop it off.
Bit wasteful, but fine.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite one, I think. And then because it's weird because you have to unlock these later in the game.
Yeah.
Man Bear Pig, yes, it is. Artie Chard, you are so right. Somebody needs to meme that. It is Man Bear Pig. Super cereal, guys. I'm getting wrong. I like the touch. You know, you've got the Winds of Magic pendant. You know, I don't know if that's on the Jade Wizard as well. Yeah, look that. Yeah, and that's really cool. I like these little attention to details, but that just looks stupid. That just looks like somebody indulging their furry fetish. Yeah, I said it. Anyway,
It is slightly weird. Here's the dude with two claws. His weapon is another claw.
do you think this is like when you get the what's this GB bollocks I've just noticed on my
Yeah, I
screen?
just saw that. I'm like, what? Where did you pick that up from?
I don't know. That's not on the. What the? Oh my god! Look, that's actually just randomly. GB skip navigation. I don't know if I want to see the rest of this. Is this just like some kind of Cthulhu shit? Skip navigation, search. What the hell is this? I don't even know how to get rid of it. Right, you just go down there somewhere. Anyway, that's random. So these are the four normal dudes that you'll get to use, and then you have to unlock the other ones later from the understanding that I got. So you've got Edmark Valoran, the Manticore Knight, who kind of looks like his armor's too big for him. You've got Bren Tillis. I think this is meant to be a lady.
I think it's meant to be Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah, like her face is just downright ugly. I'm not saying she needs to be a superhero here, guys, but like I'm writing a fantasy novel at the moment. This looks almost exactly like one of the characters in my fantasy novel. It's the UI, not for the streaming system. It isn't. I don't know what it's from. Very weird. It's not part of OBS, but it might be the navigation for the web pages. But I don't know why it's transparent. Weird. But this Bren Tillis looks almost exactly like one of my characters from my fantasy novel, but his name is Marcus. His name's Marcus because he's a bloke. Yeah, I'm sorry, GW, it just looks like a bloke. So, yeah, Bren Tillis. Inara Sion, she looks okay. I mean, we're back to like GW quality faces here. Oh, it's the Warhammer website. Yeah, now that I can believe. Now I can believe it's their I can believe it's their £6 million website. Yeah, absolutely.
Piece of crap.
Again, we've gone from kind of like regal looking to hello, you guys, sloth from the Goonies. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. I wasn't particularly impressed by the model. It's okay. It's kind of widened skirt is for no reason. It's not like she's twirling it or anything. Water effects, yeah, whatever. I think the dwarf's my favourite.
Yeah, dwarf's definitely my favourite.
Hate the way they've painted his beard. Like, that's just too... That's weird. Nobody does that. But he looks all right. But yeah, the heroes, I think, are the part of the box I wasn't so fussed about. But we'll have to wait and see on this one. I mean, it could be amazing. Don't get me wrong. It could be amazing. There's 341 cards. That's a lot of cards to add a lot of variation. And if I remember correctly, the other books, like Silver Tower and Curse City, you had events in the book that you read out,
Yeah.
which could obviously make it quite repetitive. With 341 cards, that would not be the case. You know, that, there's a lot of potential variation, but it doesn't matter if you're just fighting in the same room over and over again. And I kind of get that's the feeling. And, I'm not saying that Curse City was amazing in any way either, because that wasn't Warhammer Quest properly either. That was like, play a scenario, play a different scenario, fight the boss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why they're so scared to just go the Warhammer Quest route, where you've got a dungeon deck and you just peel off the top card and that's your next room. I don't know why. That is a dungeon crawler. Maybe it's because other companies have done it since. That's all I can think of. And the GW's like,
Did Blackstone Fortress do that to an extent?
yes, it did. It did. You had a room, and then it had the layout of the guys in the room as well.
That was it.
It's Destiny, the board game. Yeah, I mean, as I say, GW likes to do their own thing. This is, obviously, we've already had books like this. Gloomhaven, as I said, Jaws of the Lion dispensed with all the tiles because they were a pain in the arse, and you just played on the book. This could be the absolute bollocks. And no matter what happens, I'm sure GW will make it look like it's the absolute bollocks. But I just look at this and I just kind of look at, where was it? Here it is. It's just like, right, here's your starting positions for your heroes. Here's obviously where you put the bad guys. That's going to play the same every time. You might have a different event after a certain amount of time, but that's going to play more or less the same every single time. And one of the problems with Curse City was, even though that was tile based, you spawned something and you had to wait a whole turn before it activated, and it always spawned at the furthest away point. So all you would do is just wait there with your dudes for them to come to you and then kill them. And you had loads of time to do it. It was just crap, which is why I house ruled the crap out of that game, including random spawning locations. And that's my concern here, guys. That's all it is. Because at the end of the day, I don't have a lot of concern with GW's ability to make good models. I have concern with their willingness to make good models sometimes, but not their ability. Some of the stuff that GW knocks out is genuinely the most lovely models, and I'm like, yeah, I want to get that just to paint it. I do have concern over GW's ability to always make good games, because I don't think they really care about the games. The games are there to sell the models. So therefore I have my concerns about this game until I see more gameplay, and we'll have to wait and see. I imagine what they'll do is they'll play it on Warhammer Plus and let everybody see it for free to try and sell Warhammer Plus or something like that. But Blackstone Fortress I really enjoyed. I thought Blackstone Fortress was a genuinely very, very good game. Very good. Really liked it. Like the permadeath. I love the way you could upgrade your dudes in between battles by going back to the bit where the humans were at the bottom of the Blackstone Fortress. Can't remember what it was. I like the narrative behind it. I like most of the models and characters.
Precipice, that's
it. Well done. And all that was really good. And the fact you could go to different ships and get different things, and you had different ships, that was all very cool. Curse City came along, and I felt that it, apart from the models, which I really liked, I love the Soul Blade range, I felt that it did a lot wrong. Like, especially the one where you had to try and run away and you had to take a tile every time from the tide, and I just felt it kind of went backwards a little bit. And I'm worried about this one because of what I've seen. Like Kevin says, it could be the same level over and over again with just a different twist on the narrative, and that would get boring, and I wouldn't want that. Gloomhaven gets away with it because Gloomhaven's got like 80 bloody quests in it, and all your stuff levels up and you build your own deck over time. We have no idea whether or not that happens. All we've seen is these few event cards here, literally a couple, and we don't really get a good look at the yeah, you can't really see a lot on these cards here. So, you know, you can see some kind of health tracker here on the right-hand side. I don't know how big I can make this. Lol. Let's just see if we can expand this to its maximum. There you go. It's about as big as we're going to get. Lol. Sorry. Yeah, you can see here, so you've got like a health tracker here on the right-hand side. That's definitely some kind of health tracker. There's a skull at the bottom, and then you've got 10, 9, 8, 7, blah, 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 blah. You've got 3 different coloured icons here, which I think are going to be your stats here. So it's going to be a very simple stat line. These appear to be your actions that you can do. I mean, you can vaguely see this one says attack. This one says move. Can't see what that one says. These are your reward cards. And then over here, align the lay stones. So that's the event. And basically you have to do this. I don't know if there's a dungeon master or if it's AI. We just don't know anything about it yet. But we can extrapolate a couple of things. And one thing we can extrapolate, stop doing that. Stupid OBS. No, not that one. That one. Thank you. Is that, you know, you've got these weird dice here. But we can extrapolate, you've got 5 dice here. So that whole system of keeping the dice and rolling those is possibly gone. Because surely you're going to need those to hit. Or are these going to be the hit dice? And maybe these are, you know, you roll them and you keep your trebles and your doubles and that kind of stuff. Or you use them to activate your abilities. It's a bit hard to tell yet, guys. And this is why I want more clarity from GW. But I'm yeah, a little bit concerned. 18 maps. Is it going to get real samey? Is it, you know, actually going to get played? So we'll have to wait and see. And obviously we don't know the price yet either. We don't know how much this is going to be. How much was Curse City? 130 quid?
I think so.
Are they going to push this to 150?
This has got less card in it, more book. So
less card, more book. It's like whether or not, you know, books are cheaper.
Are they?
So it's whether or not books are cheaper.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if a book is cheaper to produce, or maybe they can get it done in the UK, whereas the card stock had to come from China. Maybe that's the whole situation. Maybe that's why they did it. Maybe they're like, we're not having fucking Curse City happen again. We've got to do a minimum order kind of thing.
Get it done locally instead.
So yeah, but as I said, I think this is going to be for Black Friday. So I think we're going to find out a lot more about it in the next couple of weeks, and we'll have to just wait and see. I was very excited when I saw a new WoW Crest. Still kind of excited. I still think that my missus will want this just because of the Nurgle, because she's weird. But I am worried about how the game will play, and whether or not it'll be fun.
We shall see.
Than the other stuff, and also it doesn't look like we're getting Space Hulk, so look out for Space Hulk 3 video coming soon. But I think we'll leave it there, guys, because we had a heavy weekend. Thanks for joining us, and do not think on Friday. I don't see this being over 200 quid. No, if you ask me to just genuinely how much I think this will be, I think this will be £160. That's how much I think this will be. I don't think they can get away with charging 200 quid for this. Not when Curse City was 130. I know it was like 40 years ago now. But not when Curse City was 130. You're going to have people who've already been a little bit pissed off or put off because of what happened with bloody hell, Cursed City. I think 160. That's my guess. But we'll find out who's right. I have to wait and see. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget, we are doing the 2nd edition Tyranid Codex on Friday with Carl. That's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. So we'll do that on Friday, and next Monday we will just, whatever GW do in the meantime, or whatever fun happenings going up, or failing that, we will just pick a topic and just talk to death. But for now, that's us, and we will see you later. And stay grogging, guys. Bye.